Yo, it's Dr. Awesome Gamer here, and today is a sadder video that I have to make. Here I have my trusty notebook, which I gotta flip back a page to tell you about this. So, there are literally, I left one little, as you can see, I left one space there. No spaces down the rest of the page except the very top. And it fills up all the way down, what? 12, no, yeah, 12 different places that have stores closing that are more than more than like 2. I don't think there's any that have 2, just 2 stores closing. That's like nothing. It's pretty normal for like a company to shut down like a store or 2, but when you have a company that is like Best Buy closing 42 different stores and Walmart closing 17, yeah, they've been closing tons of stores, but when you have Dress Barn closing 650 stores, now there's talks around my own area that a Park City, a Best Buy, and maybe an Applebee's possibly in the future may be closing. Now the Applebee's comes from employees, and yes, Party City is closing 45 stores across the country because they ran out of helium, which is really weird. I've only walked into Party City maybe once or twice. I'm pretty sure it was Wino one time, but I'm not sure about the others. But there are tons of stores from Jamboree to Walmart closing, tons of stores. They're talking about Bed Bath Beyond closing near us. Our local mall literally doesn't have much. We know at some point GameStop is closing down, but they're trying. They're trying every which way to stay open. And all my mall, the mall next to me, all it has is a movie theater, a Target, a Best Buy, a Sears, not a Sears, a Dick's. Those are, and a shoe department, shoe dip, yeah. Otherwise, we had an Old Navy, but they moved out into a little plaza, little like strip mall type of thing to get out of there because our malls in general are closing down more now. And it seems more and more like they're closing down due to like Amazon is killing stores down. Sites like Wish.com. Yeah, Wish takes a little while for your stuff to come, but you can get some decent items cheap, and online stores, and Amazon's probably the biggest online store out there that you can get pretty much anything from A to Z. And like even Best Buy is closing down 42 different stores. In the past couple years, we've had a JCPenney, a Sears, a Macy's close in our own mall. We've even had little local businesses from our own mall just leave completely. Um, in where I'm from, we've also had a Office Depot closed down. We had I think it was either a Little Caesars or Papa John's. I think it was Papa John's or Little. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it was a Papa John's. But if you are watching my videos and you know where I'm from, the area I'm from, you can tell me if you know. But or if you do know about what I'm talking about in our area, it opened up and then it closed. And there was already a Pizza Hut and a Domino's in the area, but they just closed. It just opened and closed all of a sudden. Like, it was talked about opening, and then it just went poof, gone. And the fact that they're talking about tons of stores closing when Toys R Us completely closed and then it just kind of opened up, I don't think it's not going to open. Where the Toys R Us was near us, which is next to Walmart, and there was a PetSmart in the middle, is now Raymore and Flanagan. And I'm not that huge on them just opening it there. I think they should have opened the Raymore and Flanagan up in the mall and actually tried to help them out with the business. Because all the mall has is just literally a movie theater and like 4 stores, one dying off. You walk in there, bare, empty. You could pretty much yell and hear your echo. A mall shouldn't be able to hear your dang freaking echo, and it's just horrible. And now they're talking, even CVS is closing. I had that written down here. Let me see. Yeah, 46 stores. Now, where I live, there's one right in, we're near all the other stores right down in there. Which I'll tell you guys, I live in New York, and right in Kingston there is 20. There's a lot of stores that are just closing. We've tried. They had a Sonic that didn't work because in an area where it's not warm a lot, a place like Sonic doesn't work because most of the year you can't be there. So for about half the year, it's getting nothing, and then the other half of the year, it's getting business, and they weren't even getting business in the first place. Now, what is we had a Hardee's, they closed completely. We went there like at least 10 times while they were open, and they just closed. Now they're trying a Smoothie King. There's also a Sweet Frog. Um, and we now have the Raymore and Flanagan there. And now you know the area about the Papa John's. If you know what it was, let me know. But they're also talking about Kmart, Kohl's. They're talking about 4 stores closing. That's not that huge. The lowest I have is Nordstorm closing 3 stores. That's the smallest it goes down to. 3 stores is quite enough to say there's something going on. They're closing like 3 stores, and if it's in one state, that's one thing. But if they're in different states, it's a little bit of questioning there. But like when you have Performance Bicycle, where ordering a bike online it's like trying to buy clothing. You don't know if it's gonna fit at all. That's the thing with like even something I don't know. I'm remember, but where is it? I have it listed here. Oh, here it is. Victoria's Secret's closing 53 stores. Now, I'm pretty sure the one in our mall is gone. Now, last year the movie theater closed and then reopened this year with a new one there. That's the only thing that's going to survive is a movie theater. Because at the rate that everything's going, the biggest mall that near us, at least, is Crossgates and all up in Albany, New York, that I've actually been to so far. And to even call it a mall is pretty stupid at this rate. And at the rate that places are closing down, someone like me who is not great at math tried to go and get 2 jobs over at a local little store slash gas station. It did a little more. It's kind of like a quick check type of store, but it does have like a little. It's kind of like a quick check, but a local one. And a Dollar General, neither of which I did this about a month ago. And they didn't get back to me. I also tried it's like a local little grocery store that's not far from our school. It's literally walking distance. They're also in an area of flooding, so they're either thinking of protection for floods or relocating. Now I tried there, I think, a couple summers ago. It's kind of towards the end of summer, so that might have been the reason. But that people had said they needed business. Nothing. And someone like me who isn't good at math or doesn't have, and what I'm good at is I'm good at. Let me get the cord out. I'm good at video games. I enjoy playing video games. Yeah, I like doing music and editing stuff. I don't play an instrument, but I love tinkering around with getting MIDI files that are MIDI loops and stuff like that, and downloading them and creating little beats and stuff with it and stuff like that that I can take them and make something or do remixes of regular songs. I also like film and making videos, writing short little scripts and creating videos and all that stuff, and I wanted to do it on YouTube. And that gets into my other point. YouTube is dying. Literally, if you come here, literally 3 days ago, my channel is dying. And this video is it has 21,000 views. Another one, YouTube is destroying my channel. This is another one that's got 2.5k views 4 weeks ago. Another person, my channel is dying 1 week ago. From Jacksepticeye, 1.4 million views 1 week ago. Gaming on YouTube has changed. This end of YouTube is YouTube dying. This is another video 3 weeks ago. My channel is dying. Another one 3 weeks ago. My channel is dying. Another one that was 3 weeks ago. I falsely got warned. Plus, my channel is dying. 2 weeks ago, my channel is dying. 3 weeks ago, my channel is dying. Another one 3 weeks ago. Fortnite Live, my channel is dying. Question mark. 1 week ago. And another one 3 weeks ago. And my channel is dead. Here's a video for people that like the channel. Long title 2 weeks ago. Like saying that, like, literally, I've tried YouTube. I've gotten a few more subscribers. In the last. Wait a minute. I go to my front thing for, there we go. Trying to do YouTube. I went from, I think, 30 to 45 subscribers in a couple of days. But nowhere enough to start having monetization. I also started up 2 Fiverr gigs. Where one of them was to make thumbnails, and I've only gotten 69 impressions and 3 clicks. Another one was turning your doodles into 8-bit art with a software that you basically put an image in and it gives you out 8-bit art. And it made some of it look pretty decent. I got 429 impressions, 8 clicks, and 45 views. The other one for thumbnails was 5 views. I have not had any orders at all. And I think I started these. Yeah, it's 502 impressions in the last 3 months. And the other one was last 3 days. So it's 66 views and 16 clicks for the doodle one. Nothing. I've gotten not a dang thing for them. So, I'm making a thumbnail. I'm using the site Canva. And nothing. I put up a few of my great thumbnails that I had made specifically for putting them up. But nothing. I got nothing. I also use a site, Font Meme, that you can type in and actually download uh, like font with color and a theme like Kiss that'll give you the font, but in the Kiss logo style. Not the Kiss font, but a style color-wise and look with whatever font, like Twitch or Splatoon or something. Nothing. I've tried YouTube, nothing. And I've made tons of videos in the past couple days, and nothing. Even videos with Fortnite, only one of them has 20 views. And now, I'm not the one playing Fortnite. Okay, there's another one that has 36 views, but it's the first one, and my cousin did it. Even Apex isn't getting anything, and even Splatoon, half the stuff I do doesn't even do diddly squat. YouTube's dying platform. I joined on the on May 1st of 2017. That is 2 years, 3 months, and 7 days ago. Yep, 3 again, yeah. And I featured 2 channels, Quartering and Nick Niman. It used to be someone else, but I moved them because their channel, they weren't uploading anything. Now I talk about movies, video games, and video game TV shows, stuff like that, and music. Like, I put up videos with music. Nothing. YouTube's dying, stores are closing, and mainly for someone like me who's not good at math, that great at math, enough to work doing stuff with math, and I'm better at talking to a camera and doing stuff because it's easy to do stuff like this. And I can do editing for videos, but I want to do my videos. I don't want to edit videos for somebody. But I have to use my phone as a calculator, and most jobs I wouldn't have time to sit there and calculate something. It's got to be nice, simple, quick math. But with the rate of stuff closing down in the country here, it's all thanks to sites like Amazon. Not saying that Amazon is a bad place, but it just means it's more people getting lazy and not wanting to go out and buy stuff. Because to me, unless you have to buy it online, like online only things like let me see, I'm okay, let me just see something. As I'm looking right here for let's see, because I don't see Fortnite cards at like my local like my Walmart or anywhere else. So like, and there's some things like some good decent headphones, microphones, things you like. That if you can only get it online, or you can't find it in a store, like a book. If you're looking for a specific book, and you have next to you a Walmart, a Target, uh, Barnes and Nobles, and that's about only the 3 stores that I have around me that will actually have books. If you have those 3 stores, and you've checked all those stores and you can't find the book, and then you like distance down, not just a Kingston, is a Big Lots, not really a place that I know for books. But to me, it's just Like, I'm not good at that. I don't even know how to drive, and I have fear of driving because I'm afraid of getting into an accident. And now, yesterday, we had an accident right down on our road. Enough where they needed an ambulance to go by and stuff. Like, and that's not right on the road we live on. Now, since I've lived here, that's like the first major accident, and I think 4 years. But there have been smaller, minor accidents that have happened where it's you don't really need to get like police or anything involved. But the fact that in the area I live in, we've had a few accidents in the past couple of years. One resulting in the death of someone at my school. Sorry, my back is just here during the. But I know my videos have been a lot longer than me just talking to a camera with literally a no green screen background or anything like that. But when I have one line free and then the rest of the page is full, and then you have 9 different spots like that, and we've even had friendlies closed because they weren't getting the business they needed to stay open in Kingston. We also had a Ruby Tuesdays closed, which is supposedly supposed to be a Buffalo Wild Wings, which was in a mall and closed down, and everything. Like, I don't want to get no job that's going to be paying me horribly, but I also don't want a job that's going to screw me over like YouTube. And at the moment, there's no sites like YouTube, okay? And you may say, oh, there's Daily Motion. No, that's not YouTube. It's still got ads that are placed on videos for no real reason, for one. And I don't know of really doing a lot of like live streaming and having anything like YouTube and comments. It doesn't really look like you. It's got the YouTube aspect of videos being uploaded to a site, but it doesn't feel like. And Twitch is dying because even Ninja left for Mixer, and at the rate that everything's going, I don't know, because this upcoming school year from 2019 to 2020 is going to be my last. Nothing. And I'm not able, and I'm fearing that I'm not, because at some point it seems like at the rate that my school's been dropping in the number of students, that because they even had to close, well, not close, but start a whole new thing in the area with, because I go down New York, Phoenicia School and Woodstock. They had to take grades 1 for kindergarten through 3rd grade, put them either in Phoenicia or Woodstock, and then move them over to Bennett 4th through 6th. Then put them in, then have the high school being pretty much normal. But by doing that is because they didn't have the number of kids they needed to run those schools or have the numbers or anything. And that literally just goes to show you that at some point all the kids are going to graduate, because as far as I know, out of people that live in the area that have younger children, because I'm a Christian and a few of them go to my church and we're going to be moving them over, there's only going to be a few. They keep raising the taxes and all that, making it more difficult living in the area, and it's getting more harder to figure out where to live in the country. Being it's harder to live in the United States after having over this past weekend 3 shootings where tons of people died in Chicago, Dayton, Ohio, and in Chicago, Illinois, and in Texas. It's just a huge mess, and the fact that tons of stores are closing down, and businesses left and right are just closing. GameStop's gonna be closing in the near future, um, because I do have their um, stock written down for this year. At the beginning of the year, on the 28th of January, they were at 15.5 USD. Then the next day, they went down to 11.28 USD. And the next humongous, big drop on the graph was June 4th of this year, which was 7.82 USD. Then they went, and on the next day, they went down to 5.04 USD. Then, and right now, they went up by like 1 point something, but right now they're at 3.81 USD as last time I've checked, which was only before making this, like, I think a couple minutes before making this video and stuff, and GameStop's gonna be closing, and that's one of the things in a mall. And a while back when, I think it was like 2015 or 16, I actually had wanted to work there. But being you have to be 18 to work there, I couldn't work there. And that was when Sears was open up at our mall too, and Macy's, and both of those closed. GameStop's soon to close, and I don't know about, and yeah, Donald Trump's like, oh yeah, we're gonna get jobs back in America. But when stores are closing, and that's not something you can, I don't think that they would allow him to just give tax money to them to help them stay open, because if a business isn't doing well, because people aren't going there, that money's only going to help them stay open a little bit longer. And if you pay attention to GameStop, they're trying to do, like, sorry, now those are just retro games. They're trying to do different things, but it's not helping. They just did their third layoff. Tons of people. And really, in reality, it's places are just closing down because they can't stay open due to the fact that people are going online and buying stuff there. And the only thing that really stays open are stores. I don't know if it's a New York thing, but stores like Hannaford and Walmart, yeah, even Walmart themselves are closing down, but little things like ShopRite, stuff like that. And please comment down below. I really want to know this actually. Is like Hannaford and ShopRite a New York's thing, or is it like a statewide thing? I want to know what little stores kind of like Hannaford's only like a grocery store and stuff like that, and they're able to stay open because their main thing is groceries, something people need to go out and buy. Yeah, you can buy groceries online, but it's not as convenient. It's better to just get them. And that's the thing that stinks, is that they're it's the only thing that's able to stay open, and it sucks. And I'm really being serious, because around my area there's barely gonna be anything open to actually go and do. And one thing that's really prevalent in Kingston has been recently is hotels. And I know this video is could be about an hour long. You're like, why didn't you go live? Well, because I don't want to go live and do this, because then I gotta answer comments and other things. But I mainly just want to put up a video. You guys see what I feel. And looking at all the places closing, I'm like, yeah, they're gonna close. What places are gonna shut down? Because recently, I think it was last year, or the year before, Gander Mountain closed, and then reopened as Gander. It was like Gander Outdoors or something. Um, they closed down because of bankruptcy, and then reopened in the exact spot. That didn't happen with Toys R Us when they were trying to reopen and stuff, and they closed because they weren't getting business, and the Toys R Us around us wasn't getting the business it needed. But I'm going to be graduating the end of this upcoming school year, and I'm actually fearing the fact that I may go out into the world not being able to get a job because I'm not good at a lot of things. I'm not great at math, and the fact that I can't drive at the moment. But I was thinking, hey, if I could get a few little bucks from YouTube to be able to use Uber on my phone, you know, maybe I could have them use Uber to get places. But at the rate everything's going in this country, that it's just literally only money I have in the bank is money I've gotten from working at a summer camp. And yeah, it was like $900, but that's $900 for a month because my brother's last week was this week. But even if I could drive, even doing like say a bus company, literally was the bus was. I don't know about bus drivers. That'll be more information when school starts up. And I'll tell you about my first day on the new bus company that's going to be there because the last one didn't renew their contract, so they're putting a new one. And as far as my bus driver, who can't retire yet, but has been doing the same route for 20 years, would be no longer working there or being the bus driver. And I'm actually kind of afraid of getting a brand new bus driver who doesn't know the area and being very late to school every day because they put someone who doesn't know the area. Because my brother, for summer camp, had a substitute who did not know the area at all. That was like a 15, 20 minute 25 minute drive down to the summer camp, and they were an hour late getting there. And my brother was standing outside on Tuesday waiting for the bus and came back in, and he was waiting for about an hour. Now that's a substitute who doesn't know the area, and if they're gonna have people like that, and one reason I don't like substitutes who don't know the area is because you have to sit there and tell them that's your stop and make sure you're paying attention. They tried to put a big bus run on a small 20-person bus, little small bus, it was ridiculous. And even that's not good because you could lose your job like that. And even working over at the, because where my school is, there was a little store not far from there. It's like a little grocery store. But because of potential of flooding could happen is just one day you could have a job, the next day there could be talk of a hurricane, and the next day it rains, downpours. Overnight the hurricane comes in, you can't go to work for a day or two, and then boom, automatically nothing. You have no job, and you have to find another job because, oh, there's water damage. They need to fix the place up. And that's like, really, that's a bad thing because it's something I could do. And I know a few people who have actually tried to work there and can't because they just don't have it. And if you live in a place like Woodstock where you have many little local stores that you could try to work at, that's good. But when you live like me, the only two things near you don't want to hire you, and there's not many real places to go and work at. It's kind of hard, and my mom will put out an application to Walmart, and they haven't even done diddly squat with. And it's a lot harder to get a job when potential stores may be closing, and that a store like GameStop will be closing, just it hasn't been officially stated or known when. And it frankly hurts to know that a lot of stores are closing down or soon, like they're saying that PetSmart, because they bought it was Chewy.com for it was for like I think 32 let's see. Yeah. It was, let's see. Okay, PetSmart opened, basically bought Chewy.com this year, and they're having a lot of trouble. Yeah, it acquired Chewy.com for roughly $3 billion, um, and reported a net loss of 268 million in sales of a 3.5 billion for financial in 2018. Now PetSmart is having trouble with $8 billion debt for the money bought for the place, and they go right next to Walmart, and it's where we go get crickets for our pet lizard. So it's kind of difficult when the possibilities. If they're talking about being able to go bankrupt from buying something like a website to try to compete with Walmart, Target, and all those other stores for online, it seriously gets kind of hard to know, because you know that what happens if you get a job and then 2-3 weeks they're like, sorry, but in a week you're not gonna have a job. There was this thing, we're closing down, and you start to close down businesses and start, because they're trying to make money, and it's like, really? And it's been like that for the past couple of years. That just stores are closing down, and it's difficult to try to find a job when you don't do a lot, and there's not much to actually get a job for things that you are potentially good at. I'm good at video games. I'm good at making videos. I know you're like, well, you don't edit your YouTube videos half the time, and you use an automatic to edit your videos. Well, it's because I do, because I like the natural and stuff like that. And yeah, I don't have the equipment I need yet. I still need lights. I still need a microphone stand for my mic. I still need um some. I still need the studio lights and all that. Like, and two, I'm kind of waiting to see where my life's gonna go after school, and then try to set up. But at the rate that YouTube's going, and the rate that everything on the whole internet is going, I would have I'm not gonna have luck doing anything, and it kind of hurts not knowing what to do, or if you're gonna have a job because of that. And I don't want to get a job somewhere and then a week or two late, like being my first actual, like, official, real, like, all year time job, and then have them be like, and here stores are gonna be closing, or the business is shutting down all stores across the country, and I'm out of a job, and I just got the job a month or two ago, and I'm not gonna be able to. And then they could be talking about 3 different stores closing down, and it's not funny. And I know Donald Trump can't just throw the government's money at these places to help, but it really does seem to hurt when you don't know how you're gonna do stuff. And these type of loving parents that would let me live here until, and I've tried to get a job, and there's been tons of places that were around us that were hiring, but now it seems to die out, and even places that are still hiring do not want anybody. But I make videos, and go to my live streams, go to Streamlabs. If you want to just donate a couple dollars, it's going to a it's got it, it'll go to help me out to get stuff that I need to be able to live stream Switch games like I'd love to. I finally got the things on my 3DS, which is hacked, to be able to go live stream games on there. And if there's any of the games you want to see me play, just let me know. And last night was the first time. I didn't get really anyone because it was really late, 12 o'clock at night. But my main point was that no matter what YouTube, I had been on the platform up until from 2013 to 2016, a little before 2013, I think like 2012 to 2016, 4 years, and then I had to stop and shut down my old channel because something happened, and then start up again last year, 2 years ago, and then get farther, but not as far as I'd like to get because my videos aren't being, some YouTube just doesn't want to do anything, and I feel that Google's really just gonna start making bad decisions, and YouTube is no longer a viable place. That if there legitimately was another platform like YouTube that did the live streaming and had more of a way to pay their content creators for decent videos, because one of my best videos was made on my phone on this, and it took 4 hours to do, and it was for Reggie retiring and all that. Now I know this video is really long, but just stick with me because I've tried to do videos up and down and do things, but nothing. I'm not able to literally do diddly squat, and I can't do YouTube or anything else if it's not gonna work out. And the amount of I used to get tons of people uploading videos during the day, like boom, 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 boom. But now it's like, really? I just got 3 people who uploaded. And literally 3 people, like it just seems like YouTube is slowly just dying. And up until April 1st of 2010, YouTube would always say, YouTube, broadcast yourself. But if you go on the Wayback Machine and put in youtube.com and go to the end of March and the beginning, you'll see that it's not up there anymore. It's gone. My question is, that's when YouTube started to go down the drain because, and everything. And I think YouTube may one day have to be shut down because it's just the point. I can't take doing anything if I'm fearing that I'm not gonna really get a job because I don't want to, and even a couple years ago, my grandmother worked for a division of Bank of America for tax part. Was working, doing all that stuff, and all of a sudden, just boom, was told that the place was no longer going to be working and not have a job, and she had to go into retirement. I'm not good at sports. I'm good at video games and putting up YouTube videos, something I love doing, but it's gonna suck because I can't just continually do things if it's not gonna. It frustrates me what YouTube's doing and the channel. I've been falsely warned about a video about thunder and rain. And now it was legitimate, real. It wasn't like I stole some sound effects from like Sony or something, what they were telling me. And apparently, doing remix mashups of songs doesn't count as stuff for. However, and it's like, even if I play a song on a website for tracking Santa Claus for Christmas time, nothing. The song is copyrighted, doesn't matter. Boom. It's like, really? And at the rate that it's going, I would love. I'm not good enough to make a game for Nintendo, but if anybody wanted to work with me, we could do it and set up and make a game. But I don't have enough people to do that. It's something I'd love to do. But I love making YouTube videos. It's something I enjoy doing. But if YouTube's going to treat their content creators like garbage and not even try to tell us to get off the platform, pretty much, flagging people for songs they have the right to use in the end of their song, but because every video, their outro, because of every single thing being sampled in one song, completely changed pitch and all that. But no, we don't care. We own the songs. Like, even though the band themselves gave them permission, and they're even going to try to get rid of subscriber accounts. Who knows when? Because today is the 8th, and yet I go to channels and see the amount of subscribers. Like Best Vines 2, I can see they have 2,280. They have 2,286,178 subscribers, and you're only supposed to see 2.2 million, but you don't see that. Right there, you don't see that. And they're also supposed to get a lot of different other things, but no, nothing is changing. It seems like what the government really wants is for businesses to close, and it's like they set up Amazon as a place to close down other stores to make it so people do not have places to get a job at. Make everything more robots and all that, so people can't get a job. And just make it so that we can't get a job and try to kill us off by making us homeless and starve and make it seem like, oh, there's a problem in America. We need this, 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 and this. But when I frankly can't even do anything enough to go get a job, and I've tried over the summer, and I tried at the very beginning of the summer. It was like July, the second week in July, and they were hiring nothing. They didn't want me there at all, and I did all the stuff, nothing. I'm not going to try for a play. If I would try once more if they were asking, and if they don't accept me, then I give up on them. Because I'm not going to just put my time and effort into trying to get a job at a place if they're not going to say anything. And I don't know. YouTube is just dying. Stores are dying. And soon we're just going to be all fat. We're ready to be skinny people, skinny bone-legged people, because we can't afford to even buy a loaf of bread, because we don't even get any money, because there's nowhere to get a job, because we don't have the skills necessary to work on a county or work doing construction work or doing anything, because we don't have the necessary skills or nothing. And right now, I'm Dr. Awesome Gamer, and I'm just letting you know this is what's really going on in America. Is there's a real job problem, but because we don't see it, the amount of stores that are closing down, places that across the states that are going to be going bankrupt because they make a little bit of a stupid decision but can't make that money back, and everything. It's like, really, come on. And as I see it, we're literally just gonna have nowhere to have a job. Twitch is dying, YouTube's dying, the whole internet as a whole is just gonna freaking die out. Everything's just gonna die out. We're all gonna die. But, you know, I'm Dr. Awesome Gamer, and yeah, it's my rant.